station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Ramping up the red line coming up in DC News Now at noon. How Metro's handling one of their most popular lines. And later, items that got cheaper with inflation reaching record highs. The price of everyday goods seemed to skyrocket, but not everything got more expensive this year. Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Taking a live look at the Capitol Hill this afternoon. It was certainly a cold start to the morning. We saw temperatures starting out this morning in the teens and the 30s. Now we're in the 40s. For the rest of our day, it will be mostly sunny skies. Meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us now with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, what can we expect for the rest of the day, or did I already do your job?
No, we got some changes still on the way here, Mark. We do have quite a transition going on out there. We started out very cold this morning, plenty of frost, no doubt, on your windshield most likely, as D.C. was the only spot that stayed in the 30s at 31. Everybody else, even as you just went right outside of the city, was down into the teens and 20s. A very, very frigid start to the morning. You again, probably needed that extra 5 minutes to melt that frost off the windshield. I know I certainly did. But now Mother Nature has really turned that dial back in the upward direction with our temperatures. Still cool, no doubt, but we're back to 46 in D.C. Places like Hagerstown, Martinsburg, and Winchester that were down in those upper teens earlier on, now into the upper 30s and low 40s. And we are going to continue to warm these temperatures up thanks to a southerly wind that has developed out there. Now, we've had some sunshine throughout the morning, but very rapidly here, we're seeing our next storm system get close to the area, and look at all that high cloud cover. That is going to be sticking with us through much of the rest of the day. Yes, we'll still see some sunshine, but it will be filtered through those high clouds at best as temperatures continue to head toward that 50-degree mark. So not going to be too bad of a day out there today. Tomorrow's a different story, however. When are we expecting our next round of rainfall to roll into the picture? We'll let you know here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you so much, my friend. Developing now, D.C. police are investigating a shooting overnight in Southeast. It happened near 4th and Chesapeake Streets in Washington Highlands neighborhood just before 11 o'clock. Police confirmed to D.C. News Now that this is a homicide investigation. We'll bring you any new information as soon as we learn more. Well, since June, 6 cases of anti-Semitism have been recorded in the DMV. That's according to the Jewish Federation of Greater Washington. The most recent, discovered over the weekend in Loudoun County Shopping Center. DC News Now's Lex Juarez tells us neighbors were quick to take action.
Yeah, and it was immediate action. Actually, community members who saw the message that was spray painted on the ground, they immediately planned a rally and a cleanup effort. But it wasn't just adults who were saying there was no place for this in their community. There were kids who showed up too, and they brought their own sidewalk chalk, working to cover that message up that was on the pavement. Now, a neighbor also brought a pressure washer, and everyone worked together to clear off any trace of the hateful messaging. Now, the Jewish Federation says that this is the solution for communities to continue coming together to denounce hate.
I know that the majority of the people who live here don't want this in our community, and also they want to speak up and stand out against these types of things happening.
Well, the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office is also investigating this, and they said on Twitter that there is no place in the community for any kind of hatefulness or racism. Now, at this point, they have not yet identified any suspects, but of course, once they give us an update on their investigation, we'll bring that to you both here and online. In Loudoun County, Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Lex, thank you. In Western Maryland, Maryland State Police are investigating a deadly crash this afternoon. They arrived at U.S. Route 40 and Rockdale Road near Hagerstown Speedway just after 6:30 a.m. The driver crashed into a utility pole. He was identified as Zachary Reed. Troopers continue to investigate the crash. Well, new details this afternoon. We're learning more about the deadly I95 hit and run crash that killed a 23-year-old man. Maryland State Police have identified him as Cesar Burke. They say that he was hit 3 times. It happened near southbound I-95 and the inter-county connector in Laurel yesterday just before 10 a.m. Investigators say that Burke and a woman pulled over on the side of the highway. Troopers tell us at some point the woman got into the roadway and Burke tried pulling her back. That's when investigators say a driver in a black and gray Nissan Altima hit Burke before leaving the scene. Authorities tell us moments later a big rig hit Burke, who was lying in the roadway. We're told the third driver also hit him, pulled over, and called 911. State police say Burke, who is from Columbia, Maryland, died at the scene, and they're asking anyone with information on the case to contact them. A commuter alert for you this afternoon. Metro riders rejoice as the transit systems bounces back from the pandemic. So do the trains. DC News Now's Joseph Omo covers transportation for us, and he tells you why the next time you're at the station, you might spend less time waiting for a train.
Yeah, good news if you ride Metro's Red Line. Starting today, one of the transit system's busiest lines is getting even busier. Trains are going to run every 8 minutes during rush hour. So from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., the longest you'll have to wait on the platform for a train before boarding one on the Red Line is just 8 minutes. That's great news for riders who have complained about, at times, having to wait extra long to catch a train over the past year. Metro says the shorter wait times are all thanks to getting more of their new 7000 series rail cars back on the tracks after last year's derailment. Elsewhere in the system, the Green Line trains are running every 8 minutes. Trains on the Blue, Orange, and Silver Lines run every 15. Metro's general manager and CEO Randy Clark taking to Twitter, as he normally does, talking about the change in frequency, saying, quote, "Still not where we want to be, but another step forward. The team is doing everything possible to deliver the service the region deserves, and we look forward to additional improvements." Well, for more on this and to see our complete Metro coverage, head to DCNewsNow.com. Reporting here in the studio, I'm Joseph Omo. Back to you.
Thank you, Joseph. In Prince William County, Virginia, a crash scene has been cleared on Richmond Highway and Russell Road this afternoon. Police say it involved a pedestrian. We're working to confirm with police what exactly happened here. Happening today, express lanes in Northern Virginia are going from HOV2+ to HOV3+. What does that mean for you in your morning and evening commutes? Shanika Grimshaw takes a closer look.
Happening today, express lanes in Northern Virginia are going from HOV2 to HOV3. What does this mean for you? Well, let me break it down. Vehicles will now need 3 or more occupants to take HOV lanes on I-66 without paying a toll. This change applies to 66 express lanes inside and outside of the Beltway, 24/7. And let me add, last week, the Virginia Department of Transportation announced the opening of the brand new eastbound express lanes on I-66 from Centerville to the Beltway. For DC News Now, I'm Shanika Grimshaw.
Thank you, Shanika. A lawmaker in Virginia proposing a total ban on gender transition procedures for minors. The bill would ban transition care regardless of parental consent until the age of 18. The idea of making young people wait for transition care is something that many believe can greatly affect transgender youth's mental health.
As someone who waited, I can tell you that it drove me very close to death, and I just ask that you think about the ways in which this will impact trans youth.
Well, the bill's sponsor, Senator Amanda Chase, says the reason for the ban is to combat woke doctors pushing their agenda and coercing parents. Well, the U.S. begins a new price cap on Russian oil today to try and increase pressure against President Putin over his war in Ukraine. The European Union, along with Australia, Britain, Canada, and Japan, also agreed to the cap. Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor has the latest.
As the U.S. and other Western countries start imposing a price cap on Russian oil Monday, officials warn President Putin continues to target Ukraine's energy sources.
What he's doing is trying to weaponize winter.
On CNN's State of the Union, Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the recent Russian attacks on Ukrainian infrastructure, including power plants, mean no lights and heat for much of the country.
This is indeed barbaric. We're pushing back very strongly in our support for Ukraine.
Blinken said that includes missile defenses to Ukraine and export controls and sanctions against Russia. But the Biden administration wants Congress to do even more. Approve an additional $38 billion in Ukraine aid as part of the large government funding bill.
It's incredibly important that we continue to advance freedom in Ukraine.
While some Republicans have said they cannot support sending billions of taxpayer dollars overseas, Iowa GOP Senator Joni Ernst told Fox News Sunday that lawmakers can fund priorities both here and abroad.
I would put it this way. Do we want to live in a world that is dominated by Russia, China, and Iran? I don't want to live in that world.
And that was Jesse Tenor reporting. Congress faces a December 16th deadline to strike a deal on a 4-year funding bill, but lawmakers are widely expected to pass a short-term measure to continue negotiations. Well, big honors at the Kennedy Center over the weekend. Major stars like Gladys Knight, George Clooney, and U2 attended the event in D.C. President Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris were there with their spouses as well. Paul Pelosi, husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, got a standing ovation. The event marked his first public appearance since being attacked at his home back in October.